By the end of this video, I will have a first draft. I started this project back in May. 10 months. It has been 10 months since I first started writing this. That feels pretty good. The progress I've made in those 10 months, the world building and the character building, it's kind of unbelievable when I look back at it. I've created so much that just didn't exist before, and that's such a weird thing to think about. It's become something that I've grown so passionate for. And to be here on the precipice of a first draft and not being sick of this story feels powerful. Because that's exactly what happened with the last 2 stories that I started. I got pretty much right up to the edge of finishing a first draft, and then I was so burnt out on it. I felt like I had written it was down on paper, and I just walked away from it. All the passion was kind of zapped out. I don't really know what's changed for this one, but I'm still just as much in love with it as I was when I first had this idea. And that's such a good feeling. Right now, I have 87,374 words. I think I'll probably be right around 100,000 when I finish this first draft, which honestly is going to be like in the next few days, like in the coming week. That's crazy. For the last 3 months, I've been meeting up and writing with a good friend of mine. We've been bouncing around coffee shops and working on our own little like independent projects. It's accountability, you know? It's waking up on days and knowing you have to go meet this friend at a cafe. You don't even feel like writing, but you're gonna go, you're gonna show up, and then you get there and you're thinking about your story and you're like, yeah, I could work on this one scene. And then you end up writing 1,000, 1,500 words that you wouldn't have written otherwise. So it's been fantastic. Just the biggest thank you to Jai for keeping me accountable and being like the best company on these excursions. On the good writing days and the bad writing days. Thank you. I've been working through a scene today. There's not a lot left. There are like 4 chapters that I just have to flesh out some of the scenes. How many chapters do I have? I have 34 chapters right now. As soon as I finish up this first draft, I'm definitely someone who likes to take notes physically, so I'll print it all out. I kind of would like to take a break away from it to give my brain a chance to switch from writing mode to editing mode. It's a very different way of thinking, so there's part of me that wants to just take a step back. I feel like I have so much momentum right now and I don't want to lose that. I don't know. I recently went back and reread my favorite part of the book. This is the scene that I'm writing the book to get to. This is the scene that has the emotions in it that I wanted to get out the most. The whole reason for writing this book is in this scene. And I had this day where I came home and I was just really in it. I was just really feeling it. I wrote that scene, I just sat down and it felt so divine. Because it just all came out. Like I wasn't thinking, I was just writing the way I was feeling, and it has become my very favorite scene. And I just recently went back and read it, and that makes the 3rd time that I have bawled my eyes out to this story. I guess that's good. But I think it's good. I think it's the best writing that I've done in this book so far. And so it has become like my new standard. Like the rest of the book, I have to raise it up to meet this scene that I wrote. In the coming drafts, in my second draft, that's going to be my goal, is just elevating all of these scenes. I just have to get the rest of the book to that level. Easy, right? Piece of cake. I wrote just over 2,000 words yesterday. So we're sitting at a comfy 89,100. But more importantly, I finished up one of the 4 chapters last night and even fleshed out some scenes in another chapter. So we have like 2.5 chapters left. Feels really good. I'm like on the top of the world. I'll probably write a little bit here and then I'll probably hop over to a cafe and do some writing over there. wrote about 2,000 words there, but they're closing, and I'm not done writing, so I'm moving. Maybe I'll hit 3,000 words, that would be great. I did write the last 2 days. I went to coffee shops for like 2 hours, 2-3 hours the last 2 days, but they weren't great. I wasn't in the best headspace the last 2 days, but I've just been so excited being so close to being done with this. Met up with my friend yesterday to write. They're gonna hate me because that video, that time lapse, came out terribly. I have written 11 days in a row, which I think is the most days in a row I have since starting this draft. Thursday, March 27th, 2025. And it could be the day. If we look at like the purpose, the functionality of a first draft, and we chalk it up to a coherent whole with no incomplete scenes or missing pieces, a complete story arc, character arc. You know, if I were to pass this draft on to someone else, they would get the picture. And in that regard, yeah, it's totally done. This is totally a first draft. But the reason that I'm hesitating to like be done and like finish, call this, yes, this is the complete first draft. There are spots in here that I know already the things that need to change or be added. But that could also be the purpose of a second draft, is to change things or to add things. Like I'm trying to tell myself I don't have to do that right now, but also why wouldn't I do it right now, you know? The only other thing, the thing that my biggest goal to finish today, the very last chapter has some holes in it. But they're not so much story holes as like I have all of the things, all of the big moments split up into paragraphs, and I just need to better order them, put them in order basically, and add a little bit of connective tissue between them. In terms of like a to-do list, like what I have left to do, that's about it. It's really just that. There's not a lot. An intro to a chapter, an outro to another chapter, and the wrapping up, the reorganizing of the final chapter. Those are like the 3 only things that I need to finish in this draft. I'm at 93,858 words. I was really shooting for those 6 digits, but it's a me problem. If the story doesn't need the words, then why add them? I imagine I'm probably gonna creep up on 95,000 by the time I wrap up today. So yeah, either I will be printing this out today, or I'll probably be printing it out tomorrow, but regardless, here we are at the end of March, and it's pretty much done. I have no idea how to compile this thing, how to format it. But just the thought that I'm about to print it out is like... Okay, I have to focus. Does that look like 100 pages? Pages left. I'm sorry, I have to blur the title, but isn't she gorgeous? Ah. These things just barely fit over it. 94,560 words. I did finish it yesterday. Printing it off took so long. And I had somewhere to be last night, so I finished printing it off and I immediately had to leave. So today is really the first time that I'm sitting with it, that I'm looking at it as a whole. It feels so different seeing it like this rather than just folders on my laptop, you know. The font could have been a lot smaller. It came out to 202. It's a good number. I was going to print it out horizontally where you could fit 2 pages on 1 page, and that would have, you know, cut the page number in half. But I printed some of those. They were just so small, and like it's just the littlest bit uncomfy to read. I think this is actually a little too big. Hopefully that gives me plenty of room to write in the margins and to highlight. Hopefully the size of this will come in handy. When I was compiling, I played around a little bit and I formatted it to where, like, if it were a paperback, I wanted to see how many pages it would be. And it came out to like just over 400 pages. That feels really good. Like Gideon the Ninth here, how many pages is this? This is 500 pages. So yeah, 400, just a little bit off of this. I think that's a great size. That's about what I imagined for this story. I'm already, like, as of yesterday, I make notes in my phone. Just, you know, I'll hear like a lyric in a song and it'll just trigger something and I have to write it down. So like I already made like 3 or 4 notes in my phone last night. This first draft, this version is not going to stay this version very long at all. I am excited. I'm gonna step away from it. I'm gonna breathe for a minute. Give myself, I don't know, maybe a week or 2. Just step out of it for a little while. I'm so close to it right now. I'm so excited to go back through this and to take notes and to make this better. It feels really, really great to have printed it out, to like have a physical thing. It's doing wonders for my soul. Lots of work to still be done, but you've got to celebrate this milestone. This is one big exhale. It's all here. The emotions that I wanted to explore and express are on the page. They need to be refined a lot, but they're here, and that feels so good. I will probably end up punching holes in this and putting it in my binder, just for a little bit more safekeeping and for travel. It just makes more sense. 10 months. 10 months this took me, but I'd do it all over again. Thank you guys for joining me, especially if you were here in the very beginning. Thank you for sticking around and seeing this through with me. Get out of here, you cool kids. I love you bunches. Thank you.